Craig, no goals here for either side this afternoon. How did you view the performance?
To be honest, it wasn't great. But we've come away with something. And I think when in this league, if you don't play well and you still come away with something, you have to take that as a positive. I think the lads have set standards in the last 2 games and previous games before that, and it's frustrating when you don't hit them standards. But listen, we can't expect that every week. As much as I'd love it and as much as I want them to hit them standards every week, it's impossible, the amount of effort that these lads put in for us. So sometimes you're going to have a week off. And I don't think we were terrible. I just don't think we were at the level we've set throughout the my spell and Jack and Mark's and Kiz's spell since we've been here. But listen, I come away with a clean sheet and a point against a really tough team who really gave us a good challenge today. Listen, you just got to take the positives out of it. We've gone 3 unbeaten now, 2 clean sheets in a row. We just move on to the next one and hopefully be better.
Well, it was the visitors that started the brighter, and it took some time for you guys to get into the game. What was the game plan today from the first whistle, and then how did you approach changing that as things adapted throughout the second half when you looked a bit more comfortable?
Game plan's to win, and I just think our decision making, how many touches we had, we were just a little bit off. I'm not including myself. I felt like even in the first half there was a couple of simple passes for me to go to Will or to Jimmy or to Stefan, and I just didn't make the right decision, and that's all it was. I don't think it was like the way we set up was fine. The way we haven't changed anything. We kept the same team, the same formation and the same outlook as trying to do the right things, try to play football and try to break things down and try to score goals. And today it just didn't work for us. We just made them a few mistakes and a few decisions that didn't go our way, and then obviously sometimes we just took too many touches on the ball, which gave them time to get back in or take the ball off us. And listen, I don't want to call them mistakes, they're lessons. We've got to learn from them. They're just little lessons that we're going to have to learn from, and if the lads learn from that, well, that's perfect. But it's a positive result because we haven't been because we weren't at it. But we expect more from the lads. They know that, and they're frustrated because we know we're better than that. But we've got to give ourselves some credit. We have 7 points from the last 9, 2 clean sheets. We'll move on to the next one and try to keep this run going.
There was a few decisions and appeals across the 90 minutes as well I'd like to get your view on. Particularly there was a penalty shout for an off-the-ball incident involving Will Hayhurst and I believe Isaac Asenso. You guys probably had the better view on the sidelines, and the fans around the ground seemed quite convinced. Did you get a view on it? What was your...
I didn't really. I didn't get to see that one clearly, but listen, it's tough for referees. You've got 22 grown men shouting at you, and you've got 11 who are happy with one decision and 11 who aren't happy with the decision. So listen, for any referee coming to football, it's tough, you know what I mean? You can't keep everybody happy, and he's not going to go out there to go, oh, I'm going to make Curzon lose today, or I'm going to make... It's tough for everybody, you know what I mean? And listen, he's going to get some right and he's going to get some wrong. Like us on the pitch, we'll get some decisions right where a pass and some decisions wrong. But listen, we'll move on. Everything that what's happened now is gone, and we can change it, all ifs and buts. But I'm just going to try to make sure this team stays positive, realise that they're still in the playoff position, they're still punching well above their weight, and we'll keep going and we'll keep trying, and we'll hopefully learn from some of the lessons that we've got today, and we'll see how we go next week.
As you say, there are definitely positives to take from this game, and as you say, another clean sheet on the bounce. There's also the return of action for Isaac Sinclair, his first appearance this calendar year after being nursed a little bit by some of the knocks you hinted at on Boxing Day. Is he starting to find his way from shaking that little...
Yeah, definitely, and I'm delighted Isaac could come back in today and give us that little bit of he just had that little bit of good attitude in midfield and a bit of enthusiasm about him, and he got right stuck in. Well, I was really happy to see him back on the pitch. But listen, there's so many good players in this group, and it's tough. Like today, Hayden and Alex, not bringing them two on. They're top players, and it's difficult that trying to sort of motivate and keep them going, because they want to play every game. I know that, and I know if I was in their position, I'd want to play every game. But we've got a great group. We're going to stick together. Miles and Jamie Allen come on today and made a bit of a difference for us as well, and gave us something that myself and Steph weren't doing at that moment in time, of running down the sides and getting in. And that's the positives we have in this group, and everybody's going to stick together. Whether we win, lose or draw, we stick together as a group, as a club, and we go forward with a positive mindset.
And going forward is the away trip next Saturday against Boston United. How do you bring yourselves across this next week through training sessions and things like that, back up to that baseline and up to those standards that you all clearly held so highly in account for yourselves?
Yeah, it's a mindset. You know what I mean? Like we know what we've got, and we understand that you can't hit them standards all the time. But myself, Mark, Jack, Kizzer, we'll do our homework like we do every week. We make sure that we do the same things. The boys have been fantastic. They've got a good attitude on them. Hopefully, we'll get a bit of reaction out of them. They'll, like myself, I'll want to play better than I did this week. So you're only as good as your last game. So the lads will make sure that when come Boston, it's a tough place to go. Not many clubs get anything when they go there because they're a good team, and you can see by the result today they got a good draw away from home today. So we'll go there with, as we say, with a positive attitude, and we'd look to come away with 3 points. We're not going there to hold out and just to try grab a draw or sneak a draw. We want to go there to win, but we've got to do the right things and make sure we're a bit better than we were today. But I'm sure the lads will be well up for it.
Craig, thank you for your time.